Starting off with some cloud coverage out there this morning across central Texas, but good news is by the time we get to this afternoon, seeing more of that sunshine break out. Eventually daytime highs, I think, finally return back up into those low 90s by the time we get to this afternoon. Seamlessly, most of the day today is going to be pretty nice. It's not until late this evening that rain chances, thunderstorm chances come back into the forecast. So here's a look just going into the afternoon hours, right afternoon, anywhere between those mid to upper 70s, low 80s already. By the time we get to our daytime heating of the day, late in the afternoon, early evening, we'll be into those low to mid 90s for most of us. Now, that's also when we could see a few of these isolated thunderstorms bubbling up first further out towards the west, eventually developing over parts of central Texas by the time we get late this evening. Here's a look at 10:30. That's where we really could see a few of these isolated thunderstorms, and a few of them could cross over to the severe limits. Again, the main concern would be maybe some strong winds, if not a few of those isolated hail cores as well. That threat going to continue until early on your Friday morning, and then for most of us, we'll be done by the time we get to our Friday morning commute. So here's a look at that risk for today, and just that level 1 marginal risk for most of us. That includes parts of Waco, just parts of Killeen as well. But further north you work, Hillsborough area and north, that's where you have that level 2 slight risk. That's where you have the better chance of seeing some of those larger hailstones by the time we get later on this evening and late into the evening. Most of the day today, remember, still going to see plenty of sunshine outside. Waking up for tomorrow morning, not too bad, upper 60s and low 70s. Nice start going into our Friday. Here's a look at those rain chances, though, going into Memorial Day weekend. Looking pretty good right now for our Friday, Saturday, even going into Sunday. It's not until the actual holiday on Monday is when some big changes coming into the forecast in the way of multiple rain chances, multiple thunderstorm chances, but also a much cooler pattern as well. Here's a look over the next 3 days. You got plans over the weekend for Memorial Day weekend? Really not too bad. It's going to be a warm start to the weekend. We'll be back up into those mid to upper 90s by the time we get to Saturday, but at least those rain chances holding off for the most part, again, until late by the weekend, Sunday, and then going into the actual holiday on Monday. Here's a look ending the month of May, going into the start of June. We are going to be well below average when it comes to the temperature outside, especially in the afternoon hours, but also we're going to increase those rain chances as well. Going into early next week, multiple rain chances will be back into the forecast. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Again, it's going to be warm out there for today. By the time we get to this evening, maybe a few of those spotty thunderstorms here and there. Going into the weekend, back up into those mid 90s for most of us, if not into the upper 90s. Rain chances return by the time we get to on Memorial Day on Monday, and with some widespread thunderstorms expected, and temperatures going to be well below average, only to those upper 70s and low 80s with multiple rain chances to start off next week.